And welcome back to D&D, everyone. So, last week you had taken the job to go find out what happened to the missing miners. You go into the mine. You, after a little bit of dealing with the various issues that one would expect of a mine that has not been kept in a bit, it was collapsing, falling apart. You managed to get by that, find one of the missing miners who had not been killed, and then find the source of the actual miners who've gone missing, slay the creature, and return out of the mine getting paid. You now find yourself in the camp. It's about 4 a.m.
We also had that crystal too, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, that crystal is super intriguing. We gotta get that checked out.
You did, in fact, find a crystal, yes.
I think our Arcana check said that it was devoid of like any magical properties it had.
You did, in fact, investigate to see if it was magic in some way, but it doesn't have a magic aura around it.
They're like created by magic, maybe, but not necessarily. Maybe this is a good opportunity to go check out the wizards that were here in this town nearby.
You mean the one that tried to scam you on your supplies?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Well, currently you're at the camp, so you gotta, like,
You
spend...
have to get there. Like a
Yep.
day to
Yeah,
come back.
yeah. Anything else we need to do at the camp here?
I don't think
They don't have much in the way of supplies or equipment, right?
They had offered you an empty tent to, spend the next few hours sleeping if you wanted to, but it's basically mining equipment, some food, lots of alcohol, and yeah, but that's about it.
Cool. All right. Then yeah, I guess we're good. I assume we're starting off a long rest.
You would just come out of the cave, so if you want to do the long rest, we'll just fast forward to actually, you might have actually done the long rest at the end of the last session.
We did the whole.
we ended the session. I think we ended the session as a long
going
rest.
into the rest.
Of course.
Think.
Yep. Okay. So then we'll fast forward 8 hours. So you got there when you left the caverns. It was about 4 a.m. So it's around noon time now.
I think they were planning to go back to town anyway, and we're gonna go with them.
Yep.
I'm gonna just pardon me, my friends. I just need to go return this flask. It was very helpful in the mines, but I don't want to keep it forever.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the flask.
Just want to give it back to my friend. He was very amiable for letting me borrow it.
Yep. You hand over the flask to the foreman. The camp is actually a lot emptier now, as a lot of the miners have been able to, well, go back into the mine.
Cool.
The half-orc foreman grabs the flask. Thank you. And we got a cart heading back to town with some of the sulfur we had gathered. Some of that we hadn't been able to pull out of the mines just yet, so if you want to catch a ride with them, go ahead.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Do that. They got a lot of work to catch up on.
Keep an eye out for any weird behavior off anybody. If this thing was eating memories and whatnot, just keep the temperature just in case you need us to come back in. But I've seen exactly one of these things, and I'm hoping one is all I'll see.
Well, we'll keep an eye out. All right.
It is across Blades if you ever need anything else. We're in Vaxval, but you're not far, so we could definitely take a trip if you ever needed.
This is
the reason.
This is our card.
This is Lucy, and here's our card.
Conjuration yourself a business card.
Actually, if you made a card ahead of time, then you could, yes, conjure it up again whenever you wanted.
But then it'll disappear as soon as I conjure something else.
Yep, and it only lasts, I think, an hour.
Yeah.
Where did I put that card? Let me go contact them so I can get another card.
I mean, admittedly, it's not like there's phones they can, gonna need the number on, so.
Should we etch the crossblades into the...
I mean, I think in, times like this, word of mouth is, more...
I would just say, just ask after the Crossblades out of Voxfall, and we're at Windsong Manor. You can ask for any of us by name.
Yeah, like you would know enough that you could send a letter via the trail wardens, or you could even spend the money to have a sending spell sent to you.
Yep.
Do you remember how we were just gonna do this haunted manor, real quick, and then go to the bakery?
Mhm.
And here we are mining.
I remember
right.
too.
Pepper Rich Farms remembers. Stupid phone.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so you get on a cart. It's a couple of different carts. It's 3 carts. It is full of barrels with sulfur in it. Uh, what had
Seems safe.
survived the explosion. The carts, 2 horses. You see a couple of drivers. They're preparing to head off when they see you jump aboard. But they had been told ahead of time that you were coming, so no surprise that this is occurring. Does take the better part of a day to get back to Talva. So you arrive. It would be closing in on midnight.
All right.
Actually, you left at 12. No, it'll be about 2 a.m.
Ah.
The cart, as it gets darker, the cart driver basically takes a lantern, puts it on the front so he can actually still see the road.
Graham will unhide his little burning candle on his hat
Infinity light.
for extra lighting.
Okay. So, yep, you arrive back at Talva around 2 a.m. The gates aren't closed. The city is not under attack, so they don't close the gates unless they have to. The night watch sees you enter in, and as it gets to the past the front, driver's like, "All right, I'm gonna be heading out. You guys might want to, I don't know, grab a few rooms, but that's on you."
Yes,
Be seeing you.
I have a friend, Rebecca, that we will probably go stay with for the night.
Graham hastily turns that into like coughing and looking away.
Okay. Yeah. You vacate the cart, the guy, and he's on his way, followed by the other 2 carts that were behind him.
So this has gotten us into town or whatever.
Yep, you're currently at the western gate of Talva.
Ah, a new city with people with clinking pockets.
Oh yeah, this is your first time in the city when you're on stone behind.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fiffle, this is your very. You've been in Talva. Well, you weren't necessarily high, but
weren't in
only
the
for a
right state
couple
of mind.
hours, and you were
Ah.
still kind of coming down from that.
Is that where that occurred?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was kind of an ongoing thing.
Okay, so yeah, Piffle's like, ah, yes, a new city that I've never been to before, full of people with clinking pockets. What a delight!
Well, there's a couple people out. You see some guards walking the streets with, lanterns. Couple people doing business at night, but for the most part, everyone's inside.
But look, that's where Lucian did his ritual in the middle of the street and almost got arrested.
Yes, thank you for your assistance.
That was fun.
I learned well from that experience.
I like how Ian was like, "You're gonna do the ritual here, okay?"
And like a true cop, you found a way to hassle somebody within the bounds of the law.
Yep. You were able to successfully avoid any fines or arrest by having Chungus tell a long, rambling story that went nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
So, do we rest for the night, or should we, cause some mischief in the night, or fast forward? What do you guys think?
I, for one, would like to hold off on mischief till we get back home.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
I
a
don't
bit
even know
after
where we
that,
could.
for that
I don't
matter.
even know where we would get into mischief right now.
Oh,
Right now,
there
I
is
just wanna-
always room for mischief.
Mischief awaits in every street corner, friends. What are you talking
Right.
about?
Exactly.
Well,
My question is, do we want to get the crystal identified here or back home?
I would say while we're here, it makes sense. These guys, it might have valuable properties that the Starwell folks might appreciate.
Right. Regional knowledge.
Can try that.
So let's go get a drink at the bar, rest up, and see them in the morning, and then we head home.
Yeah, we got. Or how are we doing that? We got to pay for that, or
Just
just
maybe we should get some more horses.
Sounds doable to me.
damn horses. Well, at least we know Chunkus won't talk to them today. Hopefully.
We could probably charter a trip back. There's definitely trade between the two cities.
True. We have many people, though. We only have a bit of gold. What did we get? 300 gold? Oh, 300 gold may do.
It'll get us there.
I think we added it to the funds, right? So we're at 1,100 total.
Not bad. All right. Well, Rebecca calls to me. Let us have a drink and rest, and we'll be off in the morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Arriving. Are you heading directly to the Perfect Butcher?
Sure.
I would say we might as well. We're probably not going to go hit up pawn shops to try to sell this crystal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Takes you about 30. Actually, at night it'd be a little harder. So about an hour takes to get to the Perfect Butcher. Arriving, it's completely dark. The door is locked.
Rebecca? Oh, Rebecca?
No answer.
I'm just thinking about all the bad things that can possibly
And
happen.
that's
in
the
middle of
difference
night.
between an inn and a tavern. Where's the nearest inn?
Let me go check her window. I'll go climb
really?
up the window.
Are you gonna
Yes, my friend.
Currently the windows on the ground floor are shut, but the windows on the second floor are open. So if you wanted to climb up to there, you could do that.
Hell.
Yes, let me go say hi to my friend. She won't mind.
Okay, you climb
Well,
in.
mate.
So you climb up and go into one of the open windows.
Yes.
Okay. You arrive at the window. The room inside is very dark, although you do have night vision, so you can actually see inside. Looks like a small bedroom. One of the rooms that people can rent.
I start yelling into the night for my lover. Rebecca, I am here to see you once more.
The person sleeping in the bed in that
In the
room.
street, all we hear is.
I think like Piffle, Chungus, like Graham, and like Otto are just looking at him up like in confused, like what the hell is that thing going up there?
I could just start walking. I could just pick a direction and walk. And no one would ever know.
I just want to look inconspicuous and like I'm not related to this incident at all.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to startle you. Goodbye. And I jump out the door into the hallway.
The hell is that? Was that a cat?
I make my way down to Rebecca's door real quick.
Okay.
Downtown.
The door is shut, but you've been there before.
Just gonna give it a little bit of a little tap, tap, tap.
Huh? Who is it?
Rebecca, I'm sorry. We have come back from the quest to save your village, and we need to sleep tonight. Do you still have rooms?
The door opens up. You see Rebecca bleary-eyed. Lucian, is that you?
Yes, my love. It is I.
What the hell are you doing? I don't even know what time it is.
It's not that late. It's like 2:30 in the morning. Much later the other nights. Don't you remember? Anyway, my friends, we still need a place to sleep. I'm so sorry to trouble you at this time, but do you have any rooms still open?
They can sleep on the in floor.
All right. I'll let them know. Thank you so much. Don't be startled. I love you, my love. Goodbye.
She, still half asleep, goes back to bed.
I come downstairs and open the front door, and I tell them, we can sleep on the floor, she said. She does not have room, but at least we have a roof over the head for the night if we want.
Yeah, okay. Good shout. Thank you.
I'll sleep on the floor. Or Chungus will sleep on the floor, and I'll sleep on top of Chungus.
You
There
will
you
use
go.
Chungus as a bed.
Everybody just stacked on top of him.
The floor itself, it's wood. It's not exactly comfortable, but it's at least warm inside.
You lock the door.
Do you have any blankets or I feel like I had something maybe. Like a sleeping bag or something. Where's my shit? Do you guys not have anything like that?
I should have basic equipment like that. Let me.
Yeah, I assume we just lock the door too. That's just a regular
Yeah.
assumption.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah, we locked the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you slide the lock, head inside, slide it back. So the door is now locked once again.
All right. I whip out my blanket and conjure a soft pillow and snuggle up next to Chungus and Piffle.
Okay. Lucian has a blanket and a conjured pillow.
I thought you were gonna go with your lady
Which will
friend.
disappear an hour into my sleep.
Yeah, like I just imagine Lucian just like after an hour just like disappears and his head just hits the wood. Ah.
Graham will pull up a chair or something next to where the fireplace would be or something, just kind of put his head down and pull the brim of his hat over his eyes.
Okay. So, you drift off to sleep and are woken about 4 hours later as the tavern begins to open. Rebecca kind of shakes Lucian awake.
Oh, hello, my love.
As I was you last night.
Yes. We came late from a crazy adventure. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it even if I told you.
All right, well, tell me.
Well, we went into these mines, but first I got a little drunk, and then it was crazy in there. There was explosions, there was gases, there was monsters, and finally we met a beast, and just the memories were flying. I don't even know what was going on. I was a bit drunk actually, but it was great. We came home very late, and we just needed a place to crash. I'm so sorry, my love.
Okay, well, sounds exciting, I guess.
Not as exciting as our night together, but it was not bad.
Well, aren't you a charmer? So
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, so Rebecca like goes to like start serving breakfast. Some of the boarders come down, including a dwarf who Lucian you'd seen the night before.
Oh dear.
Yes, a dwarf. It's not Will, right? Not a goblin?
Nope, just dwarf comes down, starts talking to Rebecca's like, "Hey, a cat came into my room last night. And a big one too. I was like, I don't know, they're like alley cats back here. They get real big."
Kind of like duck my head down and put my hood up a little bit.
Just like walk behind Chungus.
Yeah, just kind of make myself a little smaller.
Rebecca's like, "Oh, a cat came into your room last night. Dreadfully sorry. We'll just, yep, we'll make sure that doesn't happen again."
Ever.
Give her a wink.
Yeah, she comes over, dips her hand into some water, and just flicks it in your face. Hey, she just like leans down his face. "I also have a business to run. Just keep that in mind, please."
Yes, my apologies, love.
So it's currently, yeah, about 6:30 in the morning. Breakfast is just some buttered toast with some scrambled eggs.
I'll eat that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Graham will offer to help
We
wash
should
up
eat some.
dishes or something for giving them board overnight.
Okay. Rebecca takes you up on your offer after breakfast is done. I'm assuming you headed to the back and start washing dishes.
Yep.
Technically, this would be behind the tavern, in like an alley with a drain.
Okay.
It's medieval times. What do you expect?
As long as there's nobody above me with a cistern pot to turn out.
So after breakfast, doing all that, it's about 7:30 in the morning.
Reckon we can stop by the Starwell and then charter ourselves a path home.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. So the people have begun milling out onto the streets. You hear the sounds of horses. The crowds are louder now as the morning traffic begins. The city is come to life.
Cool. Civilization.
So you're heading directly to Starwell?
That was what I was thinking. Yeah, see if we can, or if there was that alchemists guild. They might be interested in the crystals as well.
True.
All right. So where do you want to go?
What do you guys think?
Is the Alchemist Guild on the way to the Starwell?
They're a little bit separate. While you have to travel north from where you are, the Starwell will kind of head to the northwest. The Alchemist Guild to the northeast from where you are currently.
What time is it?
7:30, give or take.
We should probably go to the Alchemist Guild like ASAP before it gets busy.
Okay.
That's my thought. And then we can grab somebody and you walk in with a crystal that you found in a mine that might have magical properties at some point. They're gonna swarm around you and make time for you.
Give it a whirl.
All right. So you're gonna head to the Alchemist Guild.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you spend some time making your way to the Alchemist Guild. You have to push through the crowd every once in a while, but you do eventually arrive. You've been to the building before, so you enter into the courtyard to the front, and you see a number of people working, different from who you'd seen before, but as well as various lines forming to talk to the representatives of the guild.
Should I make a little bit of a disguise of myself to make myself look like a bit of an alchemist and maybe, make it seem like we know what we're talking about a bit more?
Okay. You'd see the alchemist.
Closest to the group.
Yeah, and you would have seen the alchemist. They wear like the leather aprons and gloves
Right,
to
right.
protect themselves.
I
Right.
support dressing up the cat like an alchemist.
Ram, what do you think? You're the voice of reason.
I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly, I've run into more folk who I could kind of see didn't know what they were talking about than did.
I'm the second most reasonable person. Now you're really in trouble.
But appearances do, face value does mean a lot. First impressions, they will try to probably be less shifty with us and give us a better deal if they think we know what we're doing.
You got a better deal because you got that great persuasion roll, I think.
Yeah,
No, I think you have the good persuasion.
No. The last time you got it at the Alchemist.
like the individual role.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you got the better deal. But
I'm
I
not
think
gonna get that again.
I
So
think
I would
the,
like to
I think
increase our chances.
yeah, I think the Starwell was trying to screw you over anyway. They're like, oh, easy.
I feel like it would be harder to impersonate a wizard than an alchemist.
I'm not so sure about that.
Hmm.
I mean, do what you want. I mean, you might know city folk better than I do.
So what is everyone doing?
Graham's just gonna wait in line patiently.
Okay.
Everyone
Everyone just
not condemning or endorsing
Yeah.
the pretend to be an expert thing.
okay.
How long is the line?
About 4 people in front of you in the shortest line.
Okay. That shouldn't
I
be
guess
too long.
exactly 4 because you can count.
I
Maybe not
reckon we
Chungus.
just tell them everything we know about where we found it and the circumstances of it. And they might be able to tell us in a hurry whether we're wasting our time or not.
Okay.
You're very honorable. All right, let's
Yeah,
do.
let's do that because we're not gonna. You don't want people like coming back like, yeah, we want our money back because you lied to us.
No lying. Just making a. It's like putting a suit on. You
Yeah.
you have a formal appearance, and then you are less taken advantage of. But let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. If nothing else, we'll get a temperature reading on the city.
Right.
Okay.
We can always come back.
You're in line for about 15 minutes before it gets you, like, the 4 people in front are able to, like, finish their business. So you eventually end up talking to the representative. Younger woman, short blonde hair, looks to be a half-elf, similar to the person you've spoken to earlier, but you can tell that they're obviously not the same woman. She welcomes you. Welcome to Alchemist Guild. How can I help you?
Morning. We're looking to see if we could get something appraised of its value and maybe find it a buyer at the same time.
Oh, well, normally we would purchase in bulk, but let's see if we can take a look. What do you have to have appraised?
I'll pick it up. I think it's pretty big. You need like 2 hands to pick it up.
It's
I'll
basically
put
like a heavy football-sized thing.
I'll pick it up and I'll put it there for her. As like, I'm gonna let Graham keep talking.
We found this in a sulfur mine we happened into on work business. Something took up residence in the mine and needed clearing out before they could resume operations.
Yes. We had received the shipment of sulfur. I'm assuming you're working with the Miners Guild?
That's us.
Yes. Well, let's take a look. I've never seen a object like this before.
Didn't seem to have any innate magical properties,
Yeah,
but
it stood out being in a sulfur mine on the same area that the miners were disappearing in.
She waves over an alchemist who stops by. He takes a look at it. Doesn't have a... Possibly could be useful for alchemical experiments. Not naturally forming, for as far as I can tell. So we might not necessarily be able to get a great use out of it. If you were able to acquire more of these and we were able to buy it in bulk for experimentation, we'd be willing to give you a price.
All right.
He said not
He wants these in bulk.
not naturally like occurring.
Yes, that's correct. Not naturally occurring.
You reckon you know exactly what it is?
No, but I can definitely tell. It doesn't match any of the crystalline structure of other crystals we have seen. It's possibly grown via magic or some other process related to natural philosophy, but
Evil.
well, I wouldn't put. Is it evil? Did you bring me some sort of evil device?
Oh, I'm asking you.
And you know what's funny is because Jeremy's not in camera. It's like Biffo like talking up to the counter.
I assume Fiffle is shorter than the counter. Like, although
You hear this
That was
voice
so
coming from
perfect.
somewhere that you can't see. You can look.
It was so
Just going through shit in the back.
actually, funny enough, because they would have to deal with like races that are shorter, they would have little steps you could climb if you wanted to actually like have your head above the counter.
This picture now, like fucking Biffo. Is it evil?
Just hopping up and down to reach the counter between lines.
There's steps Fiffle could climb if he so desired.
I like the idea that he's hopping up and down a lot better.
No, we have no idea what this is. We found it on the
We
same
did
floor.
find it in the presence of something that weren't exactly natural. That bugger in the mines we dealt with.
Why don't you take this to Starwell? He points to the half elf. You hand it back to them. And
Graham just shakes his head and just takes it.
Anyone in particular there who may know about this kind of crystalline structures or anything?
nope, just show it to somebody. They'll point the way, I imagine.
All right. Thank you.
he heads back. The half elf woman at the front. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, I suppose not. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. She looks relieved as you head away with this supposedly evil crystal.
Oh, should
Now,
I?
now it's evil.
Blood.
Like I like how it's just gaining qualities. What is this, Darkest Dungeon now?
Wait, can I pipe up real quick right before we leave? Oh, actually, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I actually have some blood from a strange creature we came across in the mines. Do you think you could
Oy.
look at this as well?
What kind of creature would it be from?
Well, it didn't give us its name. We did have to kill it because it tried to kill us. But essentially, it was found in the mines. It was we saw it controlling some bodies that were dead and then reabsorbing them.
Just
Just a red oozing blob. That is much of what I have.
it's like Saturday morning at the bank, and everybody around us is listening to us recount this story.
She waves over another alchemist.
You're gonna give her a heart attack. She's just trying to pay college tuition.
Yeah, I'll buy it from. You got funny blood? I'll buy it from you for 5 gold.
We'll circle back if we gotta.
Why not?
He-
What am I going to do? It's going to go bad very quickly.
I mean, you could check in with the
With the-
arcanists over at the Starwell.
Considering
All
this,
right.
you can
All
also you can also bundle it. That yeah, this blood came from something that lived in this crystal.
I still think that this crystal is probably a poop from the red ooze, but I may be wrong.
Or maybe the crystal housed the red ooze.
That would be bad. That may mean that it might come.
Might poop out more red ooze.
All right, let's go. Out.
So you're saying we can use ooze to make more crystals or crystals to make more ooze, guys? Do we have both?
We have both.
We have
With the
both.
crystal in the blood of the ooze, I guess.
I think we should do our own experiments on this.
I like this.
Farm that
See?
shit and sell it to these weirdos.
See, if I was
Let's do it.
chaotic, crazy here, well, I
John
might end up-
Carpenter's The Stardew Valley.
I might do that. But let's see what.
Let's see if there's a
these-
reaction. Why not?
Let's see what these Starwell fools say.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
The alchemist just puts away his tongs. Shucks.
Yeah, maybe you should offer better.
I take note of this reaction.
Yeah, 5 gold. Right, let's go.
Hey, that's rich for peasants.
It is.
Considering we just got paid 300 gold.
Technically, it would. I think 5 gold would translate to something like $500, according to what the prices in the book are a little funny, but.
How about?
So yeah, you want to head to Starwell?
Yes.
So you can see the tower. It's the tallest building in the city. So you head to Starwell. And once again, you see like the large building sitting at the base of the half mountain, half tower. You make your way inside and through the large hallway lined with the marble pillars and I think it was marble flooring.
I think it was.
Yep. And to the front desk where another person receiving visitors is.
Yeah. I remember this person.
And then,
Or this desk.
yep, you'd seen her. This is the person you walked with previously. Like you'd to find out.
Yes, directions.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
yeah.
me. The Great Otto. No, I'm just kidding.
technically you're Sir Otto.
Yeah, I am Sir Otto, but whatever. I'll put the crystal here. I'm looking for someone who has expertise in objects of this nature.
What is the nature of this object?
It was found in a sulfur mine, which we cleared out on the same within. I don't know how far would you say it would have been?
If
Like
like
100 feet of like crystal to like where we found that
I'll be right
orb and
it'd probably be like I mean I could
50
actually
feet.
check, but yeah,
Probably
well
like
it's 100 feet like give or take is a good
yeah.
approximation.
So we found this thing or whatever it is within 100 150 feet of Morrow. Like Lucian, show her the blood, the vial. of a creature that was made out of this substance that was controlling miners that were dead and engulfing their memories to create, I guess, duplicates or variations of them.
The real question is, does Lucien show the blood?
Yeah, he did. He goes like he went like this.
Oh, okay, I didn't see. Sorry, I don't have like zoom up constantly. I'm always like checking my notes.
That's fine. That's why we got your back.
But okay. So, well, it's definitely strange. Could be related, but we don't want to jump to conclusions. Let me get a professor here. She does a quick hand sign and speaks some words. Like they have the magical like I I'm honestly just calling it magical auto tune because that's kind of how it sounds. And she just whispers a message. A professor will be here in just a moment. And true to her word, after just a moment, this would be a short gnome, long white beard, peaked hat, robes, and well, to him it'd be a staff. To you, it would basically look like a long wand. Just comes out. Just goes over to Lucy and looks up. So, yeah, something strange, I hear.
We have lots of strange stuff.
Yes, we came across a very strange creature. My friend was just telling your associate, and we were wondering if the components of the creature, which I was able to retrieve a bit of, were related to this crystalline structure that we also found, and whether it had any worth.
Well, let's find out if you'll follow me. Oh, one moment. Jeeves, and this invisible force picks up the large crystal.
You go Jeeves, and I'm like, wow, Ask Jeeves is back.
Come now, follow me. And he makes his way down the halls to a small half lab, half office.
Cool. Let's go.
Following him in, the area you enter in, the room you enter in, it is filled with shelving full of books, just wall to wall of books, as well as various like glass jars and containers. It looks very similar to the magical section of the academy in Vaxfall. Maybe not as morbid with so many dead, creatures and limbs inside of it, but there's also various tools, small blades, hammers, little tweezers, magnifying glasses. He directs his invisible servant to place the crystal directly on a small metal table in the center, and steps up a small staircase to take a look at it. Yeah, let's see here. Fascinating. And you said you found it where exactly?
Well, we were.
Yeah, I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
We were in a sulfur mine that happens to supply the town, clearing it out so we could resume shipments. And we found some sort of creature, weren't natural by any stripe, in the mine, making puppets and stealing memories.
Interesting.
And we found this crystal not far from its haunts.
About 100 feet, I think.
Yeah. And it stuck out in the mine.
How far down did the mine go?
Well, funny you mention, there was some sort of seam in the floor that seemed to have some cold draft coming up from it.
It was cold air, and it got sealed up.
Yeah, we had them seal it up. They mentioned they found a pre-dug passage that they had dug into in their own tunnels, and that was where the trouble started.
Ah, very good. Yes, take a look at this. I can tell right away this has come from the Underdark.
The Underdark?
What is that?
Area below. Various tunnels have access to the surface world, but for the most part you have to travel quite far down to reach it. A host of rather unsavory creatures. But yes, this is definitely grown by magic in the Underdark. And the creature described sounds like something that would come from the Underdark as well. Oh, looks like that little sulfur mine has become a little bit more interesting than previously anticipated. I'm going to be investigating that further.
Interesting. So
Creature have a name.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
let's have his
What was that?
What's your name, sir? The professor's name.
Yes, I know. I'm just gotta look one up real quick.
No, I was just clarifying in case there was like confusion.
I want to know if you knew the creature's name.
Oh, the creature's name.
Well, we need both.
Yeah, the professor too.
I am Professor Jemzik.
pleasure.
There you go. Jemzik.
Let me switch over to.
Creature sounds like an obelix.
Obelix, huh?
Obelix.
Mm-hmm. One of the various ooze type creatures. If you found a seam that was large enough, and doesn't have to be strictly that large, mind, it could in fact slip its way through with zero trouble.
I reckon that's exactly what happened. Hopefully, these things, you happen to know if they're loners or not? Because a repeat of that wouldn't be great.
No, we also
They
had
are
that.
rare.
Would that be related to the thing that did acidic damage to Chungus's weapon? What was that one?
The black pudding?
The black pudding, yeah, that split into two.
Ah, black pudding, also an ooze creature. Could be related. Unknown. I'd have to investigate further. Obelix are known but rare. We do know they come from the Underdark, so it looks like that crystal and that creature are in fact connected in some measure, if only by proximity.
What about the green ones? It was like a green ooze with like skeletons in it. I wonder.
Gelatinous
It is
cube?
so strange. This was grown in the Underdark, but this ooze came through a crack. This thing is probably bigger than the crack. Don't you think
Well,
that maybe
no,
it
no,
was grown by something up there?
no, it so if you I think what they're saying is the oozes, it can fit, it can force
It's like
itself through the
how
like,
an octopus can fit through a 1/2 inch hole.
yeah, it doesn't have bones or anything. It can just get
That
through.
I understand. But the crystal, do you think it's inside of the ooze and it
If
travels
it's
up the crack?
well, consider this. If it's sucking the memories of these miners, it probably created it to maybe possibly create another one of it.
Well,
Kind of like
unknown.
you know, that's my like how I look at it. Like
Sure, could be.
maybe the green ones were created by it to be put in there to become another
Yes.
Obelix.
Yes, could be. Baby Obelix.
Entirely possible, but most likely that seam you had found was originally wider and had been sealed. Uh, I don't know how many years ago. I'd have to investigate further.
Hmm.
But
That's mighty interesting. I suppose that makes sense. There any value to these items?
the crystal, I could take it off your hands if you. It's always worth a peek. I'm interested in activities related to the Underdark myself. I'll tell you what. I'll give you. Is 10 gold a fair price?
Would I be able to
I want
insight?
to insight. Yeah, I want to insight.
Sounds like
that.
he's not trying to take us for a ride. He may not know
Yeah.
values.
Yeah, make an
either.
insight check.
Do you want to do it?
Dang.
Well, like,
Does
it have
any
I was also
known
inciting.
magical value?
Well, I was also inciting him because could he roll an advantage?
Otto can roll insight.
Good
Okay.
luck.
Otto and Otto and Graham get the idea that basically he thinks it's a fair price.
That's fair enough. I mean,
I
we
mean,
don't really
what,
wanna-
what
we
else are we gonna do with it, really?
don't really want to lug it.
Why don't we tell
around.
the guy?
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
That's
and
fair. If you need
you
any,
happen to want to, or if your studies on that cave happen to demand any more Underdark studies, why don't you keep us in mind and call us out by name? We're the Cross Blades, and we
Yeah.
can come back and give you a hand.
yeah, we're
Ah.
from Vaxfall. Just send us a message and we'll come over.
Of course, of course. Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Yes, if I have need of you, I can simply send a sending spell.
And any value of the biological remnants of this feller?
Let me take a look. He takes the vial. Unfortunately, this has completely congealed.
Damn.
But
All right.
That's unfortunate.
always nice to check, right? Well, here you are. Now then, I have some work to do on this. He takes a little hammer and chisel and slowly taps a little bit of it off after handing
Uh,
Graham the 10 gold.
Well, thank you very much. I'll put that on my sheet.
Actually, in this case, it would be the basically like a pouch of gold on his desk just lifts up and heads all the way over to Graham and just plopped in your hands by some unknown force.
Graham tips his hat to the unknown force. He deals with a lot of those.
Lucian just wants to take a quick inventory of the room and all the tools around.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Inside it is various tools. So you see like little tiny blades look like scalpels, the hammer, chisel, magnifying glass, as well as what looks to be a microscope, a very crude brass microscope, but one nonetheless.
Cool.
Nice. All right, cool.
So as we leave, I'm gonna just go to Lucy and like, so you want to go rip off that alchemist over there? You're 5 gold.
5 gold for the congealed blood.
Sure, might as well.
Yes, sure. If they find value in it, I don't see that I have.
You don't have to tell them that.
Anything else? Yes.
You head back to the.
Then?
You want to
We
head
do
back
have
to
a reputation to keep up, you know.
Well, he offered 5 gold. He just gave him the 5 gold what he had. He doesn't have
technically, I
to
think
give
it was
him-
5 gold for the actual crystal.
Ah,
I thought we were talking about the blood.
Yeah, I thought it was the blood, but whatever.
it sounds like the blood's probably a write-off.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right, then it's
we got 10 gold and we got our fare. Let's book ourselves a ride back to Voxfall.
yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Get out of
do it.
Dodge.
So leaving the Starwell, you are in a larger square of the city. You see plenty of cobblestone around, and you would know from where you are that you can get out via either the south gate or take the road past the east gate. Or you also would know that there are docks in this city.
Docks probably would be the fastest way to get down the river back to Voxfall. So
Like water.
let's.
I'm a cat.
I don't like water either, but
don't like being underwater. It's
we gotta travel. We gotta travel. You know?
Well,
Also,
we
we
might
have-
even be able to.
all right. All
We
right.
also have to split our money up.
But I won't be happy about it.
We might be able to find a way to get paid to get back home.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Is there anybody
Find
that needs
somebody
like
looking for an
escort to? Yep.
Is there like a town bulletin we can check?
Make an investigation check to see if you
Yeah,
can
I
find
too-
the bulletin.
You want us all to do that? Like, since, like we can-
Just have one person and everybody assisting them would add advantage.
I've got,
Oh.
I think, investigate. Yeah, I have a +5.
Okay, yeah, do it.
All right. Go
Okay.
for
Come
it.
on,
You wanna-
advantage.
Can I?
We're all good investigators, I think.
Can I?
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think you really need the the +4.
Yeah.
I will take it.
With everybody assisting Graham, being like, oh, what if we looked here, here, or here? Graham's able to suss out a good spot for where there would be like a basically city bulletin. It's similar to how Voxfall has their bulletins. And heading there, you do see that pinned up there is in fact numerous different leaflets saying, looking for lost cat, looking for somebody willing to sell some silverware, somebody looking for, oh, I have need of guards. Somebody saying, oh, I need to get out this stain in my fabric and I just can't do it. Is there any magicians available?
Looking for guards.
One. What
What's
are the
the
details?
What's the details on the guard one?
Details for the guard. Looking at it, it looks like a local merchant is going to be making his way from Talva down to Drindir, and he just needs to get a couple of guards on the road.
It's
Talbot to
northeast.
Kieran?
It'd be Talva to Drindir, so Drindir would be
So
right
north
here on the
to
map.
the east. We would go
That
northeast.
sounds good. Halfway.
Yeah, geographically speaking, do we know that that's like closer to Voxfall? It's not, because I know the map's an abstraction.
You have the map that would be somewhat similar to this one that you're looking at now. So it wouldn't be as pretty, but it would definitely be serviceable.
Time to count squares. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
From the map you have, and You put it to be about equidistance going south,
Yeah,
or
it's about the same distance. It looks
Yep.
like.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go contact this guy. Let's go find him. Does it say where to find him?
yep, has like a little merchant. Technically, he would put that he like the initials indicating that he is a member, a junior member of the Viderheim Trade Company.
All right.
You dealt with them before,
Cool.
so and it just tells you where they're like the local office is for the company. So just the flyer says head here for if you wish to take this job.
Well, sounds like a
Let's do
plan.
it.
Okay.
Wait.
So you don't quite know where the office is.
Gotcha. Well, time to start asking around.
All right. Go ahead and this would also be an investigation roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I will help.
Advantage
I
again?
guess we all help.
Yep.
I can D4 if
Perfect.
you need.
Yeah, actually, very first person you come to is just like, oh, the trade company. Yes, I'm actually heading my way myself. Come along then. This man would be a you could tell he's like a full-blood elf. He's dressed in like rich fabric.
Mhm.
And looks like maybe he has some business with them for whatever reason. And he's relatively friendly, so he's just like, yep, follow me. I'll the more the merrier, right?
Yeah. Thank you kindly.
Yes, thank you. I love your robes.
Oh, thank you. They are silk, and
Lovely.
Comfortable.
they are a silk, deep, rich purple. Looks to be embedded with some kind of gems. You're not entirely sure what kind of gems, but he makes his way down the various streets, eventually coming to a building that has the company's symbol of a golden shield.
Reckon this is the place.
I give Piffle a little like elbow and a wink, and over to the gems.
Should I roll to see if I see this?
Actually, what you see is a person slip by this gentleman and just like with very light fingers just lift up a coin pouch off of him.
Can
sees
I?
this?
Honestly, all of you. He rolled pretty garbage on his stealth roll.
Can I use my free cantrip, mage hand to just catch the purse as he's light fingering it and just kind of float it back out of his hands before he grips it?
Double that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Other than that, I was just gonna freaking do my hold person thing with my bow.
Oh, okay.
With all of that, like he's like he can't move.
Okay. So you all want to? You want to both mage hand and hold person him? I'm assuming like in conjunction.
I was gonna just try to very subtly just like yeet
Well, you
it
can
back.
do that.
before the guy
Well, you
even
do that
realizes
if
to let go.
yeah, you do that. If you can't get that,
Yeah, and then
I will like reactionary just like do the whole thing.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you're able to like he's lifting the purse. He's being sure to be very quiet in relation to this gentleman, but he doesn't quite realize he isn't to you, and
Breeze right past all of us.
he he sees the coin purse lift up out of his hand and gently slipped back into the pocket of the gentleman, who's kind of prattling on, doesn't really notice. The attempted pickpocket just looks not bad. He gives you a wink.
Graham will. Graham kind of tips his hat to the guy in an informal like, "GG, got my eye on you" kind of way. Not being a dick to the guy, but also just like, I see you.
He steps away, bows, and then does a very short hand sign. Fiffle, you would actually recognize this as a symbol that thieves would do, like a quick hand symbol that like thieves would do to one another to like identify each other.
Buds.
Gang signs.
I don't know. I'll give the acknowledging sign.
Okay. He's like,
This is my mark.
Yeah.
I bet you this guy owns the company.
he's just leads back his gives the sign of apologies to Fiffle. And then he turns on his heels and heads back into the crowd.
It's even funnier because fluff-wise, whenever I cast Mage Hand, it's like a ghost, like an actual ghost, just called up from the local dead. Just
So it's literally just he just saw the coin purse lift back up, and he has no idea what the fuck is happening.
literally summoned a spirit to anti-pickpocket a guy.
Yep, just like Graham's grandma came in and she just like slapped it out of his hand. But after that slight diversion, you do find yourselves at the office of Talva's Gold Shield, the Viderheim Trading Company. The elven man you've been following. Well, this is where we part ways.
Thank you.
He heads inside. The building itself is a large white building. It has like columns, somewhat similar, like in style to what you saw at Starwell. Like large steps leading into the actual building itself. Armed guards out front who are wearing like the colors of the trading company. And the building does look to be this very like not necessarily tall, only a couple stories tall, but is very thick stoned and not a lot of windows, so it looks relatively secure.
Interesting. Graham takes a number or whatever the equivalent would be.
Yeah, so you just want to head inside, and heading inside, you can see that once again, there's desks with people at the front. These ones actually have bars in front, similar to what you might have seen at the Gold Shield Bank in Vaxfall.
Mm.
There's a human male, dark black hair, sitting at the front. Yes, how may I be of service, sir?
Good morning. We saw that there was interest in getting an armed escort to Drindir.
Yes, a job was opened up. Just our usual guards had to cancel upon short notice. So may I direct you to the gentleman who is asking? This would be Lazir. Yuri. Here, I'll just paste it for you.
Urira.
Yes. If you'll just follow. He just summons a well-dressed gentleman, older, mostly bald, wearing like a black suit with white gloves. Please follow me, sir.
Thank you.
They follow him until you reach an office. Stepping inside, you see an elven gentleman wearing silk purple robes, who you had just met earlier today.
Small world. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Did you finish your business here?
Well, funny story. It turns out we're here offering our assistance in making up for your guards being unavailable for your trip to Drindir.
Ah, good. Yes. Well, we have quite some stuff that we need to move. Various objects and things. Paintings. It's paintings. But I have a certain business with certain artists who have certain business in a certain city known as Strindir.
Well, all right. I reckon we can be your men. We're the Crossblades out of Oxfall. We're on our way back, and we figured we would make a little business out of the trip.
Ah, of course. You have experience with guarding caravans?
We've got miscellaneous combat experience. No shortage of it. None in caravan guarding, but I reckon we're plenty deterrent.
Ah, of course. Do you have anyone who can provide a recommendation?
We just cleared the sulfur mines here. If you can get word out to the sticks.
Well, we can check with the
we
mining
had
guild.
our contact in town, of course. And did we get the name off that person who referred us there?
Yeah, you would have gotten his name, but I can't. I don't think
Basically,
actually.
Graham will give that and just
Yeah.
recount the tale
Well,
of.
he also can go to the Starwell and just see the thing that we brought back from the mine too.
Yeah, well, we still have the vial of no good blood. We could say
Yeah, we have a lot of references.
this came from a memory eater.
Ah,
An Obelix.
Oblix, yeah.
interesting. I've never heard of that, but it sounds exciting. Well, yes. Well, you seem relatively good at being, guards. Preferably, we don't
He's
want to be
proficient
attacked.
at murder.
We don't want you to be attacked. Simply, I want you to be around,
Sure.
and people will see you, and they will not want to engage. So, but if they do decide, well, you know what to do.
Reckon we can handle it.
Are you expecting any attacks, any threats recently? Any other caravans who have been attacked?
No, not really. There was nothing attacked per se. Simply, items have gone missing upon the actual traveling, and we're not sure how. So,
This is out of character, but I wonder how.
We
I wonder if all the inventory will arrive from our caravan travel.
damn it, guys.
Oh, right, fair enough.
but and of course the roads, the trail wardens do their very best, but the roads can be dangerous, so we do in fact need to be careful.
Of course. You got a proper inventory of what you're taking along on this trip, so you know if anything goes missing.
Yes, of course. He pulls out a sheet of paper
Good.
and he lays it down, and he shows it's going to be about 15 paintings that are going to be transported upon a single caravan.
Inverse payday too.
Now, as you can see, normally with a caravan, we would send multiple carts all in one go, as it's both safer and more efficient, but this is a special order from the Count of Drindir, and so we've decided to make special arrangements. Of course, our guards, who we normally would tap, have been unreliable and weren't able to take this job, so here you are.
Understood. Well, all right.
We will guard it on our honor. Do not worry. We'll make it to Drinde, however what's its city, and it will be safe.
We'll get it wherever the hell.
Ah, perfect. So,
I'm here, but I won't be on screen.
just am going to have a simple contract all drawn up.
Understood.
And he lays it on the table, puts it down, and it basically says we will. We promise that we will guard the caravan, make sure that all of its, all the supplies that is carting reach its destination. You can see it's obviously wrote from Talva to Drindir. And if we fail on this duty, we will pay a penalty fee of 50 gold per missing item.
Oh boy.
It's 15 paintings, right?
15, yep.
Okay, does it outline how long the trip is?
The trip just says as long as it takes to get from Talva to Drindir. But he does mention that it's generally speaking about it's going to be about a 1 week trip via cart.
Gotcha.
Traveling is slow.
Mm-hmm. Normally we'd go by boat, but unfortunately the moisture doesn't quite work well with the painting.
Makes sense.
So
All
maybe
right.
get a U-Haul, we can just haul it down there. Take about 8 hours.
So let's actually negotiate on a price. And as he points out on the contract itself, there actually isn't a amount he is going to be paying you yet. It's basically a blank line.
1 million gold.
That's a bit much.
Perhaps 1,000 gold.
Would you
See? Discount.
do it for counts 6 of you. Would you go for 6 gold a day?
That's 42 gold for all of us.
We are risking 15 times 50 gold.
Well, let's begin our
How many
negotiations.
days is the journey again?
It's going to be about a week, so you're looking at about 7 days.
We're gonna
6
need
gold a day.
we're gonna need like 10 gold a day each at least.
Or he was saying 6 gold a day for each of you, yeah. But, Fiffle, make a persuasion check.
I will. Ha!
Oh,
Oh,
he can't take you
I'm
serious?
lucky.
Oh, that's right.
I'm naturally lucky. Ha!
You don't- That's perception.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
look, they both start with P. Also terrible.
I mean, that's middle of the road at
better.
least.
I will give, how about each of you 8 gold a day, and I will also have the caravan provide your living necessities, so you won't have to worry about paying for food.
I reckon
That's
that's well enough for me.
Yeah,
We can
that
discuss
is good.
hazard pay if there's a plurality of attacks or something, but I don't think either of us are anticipating that.
Well, it should be relatively simple then. So he writes down 8 gold a day per guard, plus plus food and board in quotations.
Mm.
And he just puts down hazard pay ?
What about the insurance? Are these insured?
I prefer not to discuss various business ventures if it's all the same to you. You understand? Purely trade secrets.
Yeah. When do you plan to?
Today.
Today? What time is it now, Ian?
This would be approximately like afternoon. Your various travels have taken you a few hours.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, do you guys have anything you need to get before?
No, I think we should be good. We're long rested. If we're there multiple days, I might pick better spells on a long rest, but I kind of like keeping a thematic set anyway.
Yeah, I think like I think they want to get over the bridge by the end of the first day. That's probably like the.
Well then.
We are kind of close to the bridge.
So here's all you need to do. He signs his part on the contract, slides it over to you. He hands you a pen.
We all have to sign, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you all sign.
Simple signs Mickey Rousseau's name.
Okay. Chungus puts a big X.
Yes.
Give it one last read over and then sign it.
Okay. He slides over another copy. After signing it, everyone signs the copy, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. He takes the first one, tucks it into his desk, hands you the second one. My copy, your copy. Just just head over to the eastern gate by the Talva Bridge. You'll see it. Look for the trading company's sign on the cart and speak to our caravan master. Let him know you're the guards, and you'll be off as soon as you arrive.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Let's
Head off to this caravan.
let's
Okay.
get this. I think the big
See
win
what
here.
goods it's carrying that we aren't contracted to deliver.
I think the big win is the fact that we get free food. Considering Chungus gave all his food to fucking horses.
Hey, this horse has tricked him.
So that's gonna be the story that's written down in the history books. Chungus the Simple was tricked by horses.
Yeah, but it's gonna evolve throughout the days until they're like, he got tricked by a dragon to give them the food.
Yeah. He was tricked by the Eater of Worlds.
So, are you heading directly to the west or the eastern gate?
I believe so. I think nobody has anything to do.
I think so. We don't really have access to most of our money at this point.
You do have 300.
That's true.
310.
Yep.
Even-
I was rounding.
Refilling my components pouch is somewhat a priority, but I'm good right now.
Oh, you do have Hestia now, don't you?
Yeah, I have Hestia, but if she gets
Well, you can scout ahead.
disbanded, I
because-
won't be able to do another.
Right.
So if we could and have some cash, yes, and if not, let's go.
Okay. So you all head to the eastern gate. Getting to the gate, you do see there's a bunch of like carts waiting, going to like exiting and entering, as there's lots of business along the road. But you do see a large covered wagon that has the symbol of the trade company printed on the side. And driving the 4 horses is a this would be a the race. Hold on, the race is escaping me. It's basically the large lion men, the Leonin. So you see this very tall, maned, lion-looking man, and he's just waiting by the horses. Sees you all approach. There.
Boy.
Are you the guards?
That's us.
Are
have
you
your-
a giant lion?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're the guards then.
Was you being the guards dependent on me being a lion?
Maybe.
Oh, well, interesting. But do you have the contract? I just have to make sure.
We do.
We'll show him the contract.
You hand over the contract. He looks it over. Fantastic. He hands it back. Well, my name is Leo. He sighs.
Of course it is.
Please, I've heard all the jokes.
Leo, have you done this trip before?
Yes, multiple times.
Have you ever encountered any difficulties or obstacles, barriers, anything we should keep an eye out for?
Bandits once in a while. Dangerous animals every once in a while. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be hiring guards if I wouldn't have a reason.
All right.
So, you reckon there's anything about people who are aware of what the goods are that might be trying to get a hold of them?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Can we take a stock of the paintings before we leave?
Yeah, good move.
15.
He pulls a key off of he basically has like a metal key that is like on a cord around his neck. Pulls it off. Goes over to the cart. All right. He unlocks. It just like the actual like padlock opens up. He just lifts it up. And you can see the very first painting, they're all like, placed together, but with like some like small, like thin wooden protectors in between each one. But the very first one you can see is very well done. Looks like it was painted by a master painter. And he just very quickly does count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Perfect.
Okay.
Let the record show there are 15 paintings for the count. Closes the lid, locks the padlock again, takes the key, puts it on. Well then.
Spiffle another elbow and an eyebrow raise.
You do remember we get penalized for missing paintings.
50 gold for a master artwork? That's not too bad.
And then when you sell it and everybody
Decorated
finds
better.
out, just remember where they're going to find out where it came from.
We're on the job, for goodness sake.
Yeah, stealing
I'm
these
just
paintings would be
saying, I'm
foolish.
just saying, I'm just pointing out the beautiful value to my friend, okay? That's all. That is all.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
anyway,
just assuming out of character here. It's just like...
So,
Eventually,
Is the
there's going to be a lesson
transporting
learned
anything else?
shitting where you eat.
Or is it just the chest with the paintings?
You just see the chest with the painting. There's like another smaller chest next to it.
Anyway, let's
Also, just
I'll
like
make a note of that.
let's get going. I already know you're plotting.
just conjure a copy of the key from Leo and just like kind of show it to Piffle, like,
Oh no.
unsummon it real quick.
Well, then we'll be off if you're ready. We have to head over the top of the bridge, and then we'll be making our way through wilderness. Once we're off the bridge, traffic on the road is going to thin out a bit, but eventually we'll be making our way to Drindir.
All right.
Already started.
So Lucian is gonna. Can I ask Leo? Do you mind if I just perch myself at the top of the caravan so I can get a bird's eye view?
It's stretched leather over the top. Are you sure? It's not exactly like weighted for a cat.
I pictured it was I thought of it as an actual like wagon type of thing where
Yeah, are we
It's not-
walking beside it, or is
Yeah,
there a spot for me to?
There would be enough for like a few of you to like pile in, like about 4 of you.
I would
There's
like
also the
to
spot
ask
next to the
for a
driver.
seat. I would like to ask for a seat just so I can see through Hestia's eyes and we can get a bird's eye view of our surroundings.
Yeah, you could park Hestia on top of it.
Now I want Hestia flying like
when I think I think
around
when
us at all times
yeah,
so we can look down.
when we're on the road, he can just like do his eye shifting thing.
Okay. Oh yeah, grab a seat next to me. The
Excellent.
cat brothers.
Throw him an elbow too.
Oh my god.
So you get a seat. So 5 of you are able to, or 4 of you are able to pile into the actual wagon. 1 person on the driver's seat. That will leave 1 person who has to either walk alongside or figure out a way to hitch a ride.
I'll walk alongside.
Okay.
Graham's a hardy boy.
All right.
Chungus can walk.
Yeah, Chungus.
I
can
know
walk
Chungus
too.
will fit in the wagon.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best Chungus impression. I'll walk, guys.
Oh, I like walking, guys. I'll walk. You get in the wagon, Mr. Graham. What's that?
Cardiovascular health is important to me.
Yeah, right.
So
Wait, you know the word cardiovascular?
I know
Oh,
lots
do
of
you
things.
think I'm dumb?
piling
I've seen
in.
the universe breathe its last breath.
Here's your medication.
Piling in to the wagon. Leo whips the reins. The horses start to take off. You head through the eastern gate, and almost immediately you are on the actual bridge. This bridge is massive. It is from like width-wise, it could probably fit a good 20 carts, like side to side. As lengthwise, it actually travels so far you don't see the very end of it.
Cool.
Big river.
And he just started talking to you. Oh, you ever been on these bridges before? There's a few throughout the throughout Viderheim.
Oh,
Can't say as I have.
no, we're relatively
Yes,
new
this
to
is
Viderheim.
amazing.
Yep, built by magic. Built by when the Orwellan Empire first landed. They had to make sure that they had ways to get across the the rivers by foot, so they had spent considerable effort building these bridges. We make sure to keep them serviceable. Great for me, because I have to go across this 100 times a year, maybe?
Keep
Well,
you busy then.
busy lion.
Well,
Assuming we can't even look down and see the water.
right now you're kind of in the middle, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could try, like, looking.
Nah.
Like, you do hear the rush of the river underneath this actual bridge.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then the water's kind of near-ish. Quotes.
Nearish.
He's Vig. He's Vigo.
But
Make sure I summon Hestia and kind of go into my.
I thought you already did though.
Well, I got it now. She can pop in and out
yeah, she can go into like an alternate.
in like a pocket dimension,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
which like I had put her into. But I'm gonna pull her out now and
Yeah,
see through her eyes and just be scouting.
Hestia in a mining, a sulfur mine is not a good idea.
Exactly.
So the actual bridge itself, you pass and are passed by quite a few carts, people on horseback, even some people walking. You see probably at least a good 100, 200 people on the bridge. You spend basically getting until nighttime to actually cross the bridge itself, at which point you find yourself getting off on this the other side of the river. It is at a crossroads. The nice paved road continues along, breaking off in the various directions, heading you suspect to either Tyrion or to Silsanus. But Leo points the cart towards Drindir. You travel along the road a little bit further before he stops. He's like, all right, we'll be making camp here, I think.
Where are we? Like in the map, like right?
You'd probably be, yeah, right about there.
Okay.
Yeah, not to scale, sadly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have any
Guys,
security?
we're a quarter of the way there.
We're living on a prayer.
Right. Let us set up camp. Should we? What's the situation? Do we have to camp on the path? Can we go off the path a bit into the wood?
I think we would go off the path. You don't want to get trampled.
And I don't know anyone's traveling at night, but yeah, let's pull off our side just in case. Stay in sight. Now we'll be making our way down. If we could, I would like to pass some and camp at various trail warden outposts, but it wasn't to be tonight. We got a bit of a late start.
Understandable.
Right.
Well, we'll pull
We'll
shifts.
stay inside of the road. Chungus volunteers to take the first watch.
Okay.
Friendly giant that he is.
Lucien would like to set up a ritual alarm on one side of the camp, so we are not surprised there, and maybe the guards can focus on the other sides.
Okay. How long of the string can the alarm spell be? It's like 10 to a side.
Yeah, it's not too long. Hang on.
Set it around the actual painting.
Area
If there's
within
somebody-
30.
Yes,
Okay, so you
I
can
would set it.
choose.
Yeah, set it like around the painting or something. The
Oh,
chest
20-foot
because
cube.
Okay.
20-foot cube. Can we keep it? Can we keep ourselves to a 20-foot? No.
I think the whole thing would be.
I think you could
Put
make
her
it
on the.
20 to a.
big.
I believe with cubes it's 20 to a side.
So it's a 20 by 20. So it's like 400 square feet.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like a tiny house. It's like you
Oh,
could
nice.
basically
Okay,
set up a
yeah.
little like studio apartment worth of alarm.
Great. Let's put that around the
The wagon and then sleep around the wagon.
wagon. And,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you set directly around their wagon. So it's Chungus and who else?
We should probably do that thing of one person with dark vision, one person not with halfway decent roll. So I guess I'll stay with Chungus.
Okay. So whoever's controlling Chungus, please go ahead and roll perception at advantage with Graham's assistance.
Nobody wants to look.
Oh, Chungus. Well, actually, no. Chungus does have some pretty bad wisdom.
Yeah, nobody wants to look.
What's going on? Chungus is rolling.
Yep, Chungus will be rolling perception as you go through your first couple hours.
Oh, Chungus.
Oh, Chungus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do I get rolls?
No, this would be you would be assisting Chungus. That's why he was able to roll advantage and get that 4.
Damn. That ain't good.
But Chungus doesn't see anything. It's pretty quiet.
For the alarm.
It's a nice night, guys.
Look at the pretty star.
I've seen true beauty.
What was the horse's name? I wonder what Charlie or whatever his name is doing.
Oh shoot, I actually don't remember. I think it's written down somewhere.
It is.
Let me check my. Nope. This one. Nope. Whatever.
Terry and Billy.
Yeah.
It's actually in the Google Docs.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
But yeah, throughout the first, throughout the evening, you don't, like Chungus doesn't see anything. It's pretty quiet. It looks to be all right.
Okay. Next.
Okay, who's on the second shift?
I'm spent.
I'll take second shift. I got night vision as well.
Okay, who wants to work with Lucian?
Yes, we can use Rami.
Sure. Lucian, please roll an advantage for your perception. All right.
It's not even Kaido anymore. It's Rami.
You don't really see anything. You do see a deer like walk into the camp. Doesn't seem necessarily like interested in like. It seems like maybe it sees enough traffic that it's not necessarily frightened by people, so it walks like through the camp, like directly past you.
Fireball.
You know me well. I do like venison.
And then the paintings
Let's do
burn.
some Turkey. I want to. Ray of Frost is a motherfucker.
Okay. Go ahead and fire a ray of frost. We'll go with that 9. Nope, it zaps by the deer, and the deer just makes its like various deer noises, and it just like runs through the camp out back into the wilderness. It basically uses its action to like dash, going 100 feet.
What's that? Why is the 14 gray?
I think he. That looks like disadvantage, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but I had disadvantage. Sorry.
yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
matter. We're going to be going with the first roll anyway.
Oh yeah, I was kind of confused. Like what?
Yeah. But no, the deer manages to escape into the wilderness.
You win this round.
You are lucky this time.
We'll meet again, Mr. Deer.
Although something's weird, Lucien. You just can't put your finger on it right now.
Uh-oh.
I knew it. Fucking deer was looking at me funny.
Make an intelligence check.
Nice.
Oh good.
Why did that deer set off the alarm?
Ooh.
This. I was
actually wondering. I like, wouldn't I have that?
Yes, me too. I tell Kaito, keep an extra sharp eye out. That deer was fucking weird. It didn't set off my alarm. It must be magical in some way. My magic is epic.
Check to see if the alarm spell is still there.
Yes, let us check to see if the alarm spell is still working.
Nope. Your alarm spell has been dispelled.
Oh shit, Cercle Bleu. Let's check the sheet. And I wake up Leo. And I say, Leo, my alarm has been disabled. We should check the inventory.
Huh? Alright. He pulls out his key.
Wait, check the chest first. Make sure it hasn't been like. What is it?
Trapped.
No, played with,
Tempered, yes.
tampered with. Yeah,
Check the lock. Let's see if it has been broken or anything.
because maybe they're
Alright.
trying to get you to open it ahead of time.
Now let's take a look. Alright, let's see. He looks at the lock. Well, it looks okay. And it's locked.
Kaito, wake the others. This is very strange. We need to make sure we are alert.
Kaido wakes everybody up.
My alarm has been dispelled, and there are creatures.
Can I do detect magic for the area?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I detect magic.
Yeah.
So
Or I should
like-
say, I just wanted to see the spell description.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's shrink this.
Okay, 30 feet. That bears man. Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk around the perimeter.
Looking around, yeah, you don't see the alarm spell, but you really don't see any other magic in the area. So as far as you can tell, there's no magic within the perimeter you walked.
Does the alarm spell go
I'll
off?
just send Hestia
when-
100 feet in the air and look for any movement
Oh, she
around.
does have night vision, doesn't she?
Yeah, Hestia can head up and do a perception check. Hestia sees in the area. It's a small boat traveling down the river, like a little rowboat. This would be a little bit away from you, like probably like flying out. She would see it from a distance of about a quarter mile.
Leo, check the inventory.
All right. He opens up the lock. Bleary-eyed, he like rubs his hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. There are 15 paintings here.
Look
Double
through
check
them.
this.
In the same order, and do they look the same? Like Graham will come over and inspect them.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I will make a perception check. Hang on, let
These
me.
are not the same paintings.
They're like stick figures and shit.
Yeah, Graham, the very first one is identical. It's the very same painting. The about 5 of them are very obvious and poor forgeries that were
Hey.
mixed into the center.
Son
This
of a
one,
bitch.
this one, this one, this one, this one.
We've been.
Look again.
Da-da-da-da. Oh,
I saw
Uh-oh.
a rowboat a quarter of a mile down the road.
Let's not wait then.
What do we do with the cart? How do we split? Do we stay? Do we all go?
I would say we button the thing up and we try to. Which way down the river were they going?
they would be heading south towards Drindir,
Okay.
basically following the river current.
Yeah.
I will fucking not know what to do.
How fast can we move is the question. I mean, now that they've already stolen, the odds are that they're going to steal more of them are unlikely. So, how about we leave like Chungus and Kaido with the caravan, and the people who are here follow the river at full speed?
Can I take a closer look at the rowboat and see? Is it just one guy? Is that what you
How many
said?
people?
It's 3 people.
3 people.
You're able to make out their silhouette, and that's about it.
And they have dispel magic, so it definitely means one of them is magical in some way.
All right.
Who's like fastest in our group? I feel like we should take a.
We're all about the same. I think you might be the fastest though.
Hey, you can channel spells through your familiar, right?
Only if they are touch, and I do not have them, and I only have 100-yard radius. He
Damn, I was gonna say if you had a touch spell, you could fucking like have her land on the boat and then touch spell like a fire spell on the boat through her claws.
I thought about this. Next time I will be getting something, but currently I do not.
All right, then let's motor.
I can just follow them and get more information, and I can maybe send you messages by shooting magic into the air so you can follow.
Okay. Also, can I do an insight on Leo? Just to
Yeah,
make
go
sure
ahead.
that he seems legit.
Roll insight, please. Yeah, Leo looks like he is both half asleep still and a little confused about what's going on.
Okay. Well, that's good. Asterisk.
Everything's fine.
I
This
think
is
I should
fine.
give chase before we waste any more time.
Bear with me. Bear with me.
I'd rather not.
At a minimum, I can try to follow and see if we can find their hideout.
Yeah, let's move.
It's mosey. As the cool
Okay.
people say.
So I'm assuming you're all basically dashing after these guys, with the exception
Yeah,
of Kaido
pretty
and
much.
Chungus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So dashing, about
The snow.
60 feet per round. So every 10 feet per second. Traveling this way for approximately 100. Yeah, basically at a flat run, traveling like, let's say you managed to cover about 600 feet. The It's a little difficult, so please go ahead and make a Constitution save to see if you can keep up this pace.
I assume athletics wouldn't come into play.
Um,
Ooh, damn.
nope, you're fine. Otto, you're a little winded, and are going to be suffering a single point of exhaustion. Where's Fiffle?
He's already on the boat. We didn't even know it.
Where
Oh.
where is Fiffle?
Did the roll not come
We're
in?
chasing these people onto a boat.
Chasing
Well, we're chasing
the
after them.
shoreline.
They went down the river with probably 5 of the paintings. And that's illegal.
Even if these might not even be the right people.
Well, let's chase them. I'm chasing them with you.
Yeah, Fiffle, go ahead and make a Constitution save to see if you can keep up at a flat run.
Oh. I suppose I am quite small. That's this button.
Yeah,
Nice.
Fiffle.
Oh,
Otto, you think it must be the armor that's kind of wearing you out. So Otto's the only one who suffers a bit of exhaustion.
Of course, by 1 point.
But you do manage to. You think you're actually able to keep up and maybe gain some ground on the boat. Although you're not actually sure where it is. It's very dark.
Oh, good. Oh, right, because it was second shift.
Yeah. I mean, Graham, you could see with your little candle, but
Yeah.
beyond the actual 60 feet of light that it offers, you don't really
just
see much.
follow me.
Okay.
Follow me. I say to the group, do we have anything that we could drop on these motherfuckers to slow them down or anything?
I could summon a spiritual weapon in their boat if I got close enough.
Estia can carry an item if it does not weigh too much, but
And
it needs to have some
can't you conjure something?
impact.
How does conjure work with Hestia? Can she conjure
Hestia can carry
can you?
one item. I don't know if it's a weight thing.
No, I don't know if could you conjure through Hestia? Make I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna say
30 feet
you
of me
you have
She can do 100 feet.
drop a fucking 300-pound thing
I did see that barrel of dynamite. We could conjure that.
We're not getting the paintings
paintings
back if
would
we
be
drop
fucked.
dynamite on them, though.
The painting might be fucked, but we'd get our revenge.
I'm trying to think. Would
See?
would that let you? I don't know if you'd be able to summon the actual gunpowder. Thinking about it.
I'm not the one that suggested explosives this time.
We're fucking
No,
one
you
of
know
yous.
You know what?
Not explosives.
Character
but maybe,
development, Matthew.
something enough to slow them down, like the sulfur itself. Is sulfur powder? What is?
Yeah, it could be. Specifically, you wouldn't be able to summon anything heavier than 10 pounds.
10 pounds, right? Do a satchel of sulfur and start them of oxygen.
Also, you wouldn't be able to summon it because it would deal. If it deals damage, it instantly is desummoned.
What? The what?
I see a shit on their boat, so they run inside and stop paddling or moving anywhere.
Have Hestia just piss on them?
Well, Hestia could if you said Hestia, go poop
Go
on
drop
them.
a scat pellet on them. That'll fucking.
Yeah. Poop on
Just
their
Blair
heads.
Witch psyops them.
So we have nothing we can drop on them that you have.
Nothing I can think of. We gotta. I think we
Without-
gotta keep chasing them. I'll be right back though.
What's the weight of
Perhaps
a,
we could. Perhaps we could trick them into stopping. You know.
how far in the river are they? Like far from the shore.
They would be about 30 feet out. You know, they don't want to like touch the. They don't want to hit like the edge of the river by mistake at night.
Very reasonable distance. We could. How much does a spear weigh?
How much does a spear weigh? Well, let me check that out.
How about an anchor?
We can just start dropping fucking spear bombs on their asses from the sky.
Okay, spear weighs 3 pounds.
What about an anchor?
Can anybody illusion them?
To what? But like how? What do you mean? I don't. But
Perhaps. Well, I mean, if we could create some sort of illusory, river monster or something that would make them be like, "Oh fuck, we have to stop our boat and run away now."
I mean, 30 feet is pretty reasonable in terms of magic distance. I could definitely hit them if we get close enough to them.
Oh, I see. Never
I
mind.
suggest this because we can't get too destructive because we're supposed to, not destroy the paintings.
Right. And if they drop in the water, that'd be pretty fucked. That's what I was thinking. Maybe some spear artillery.
We definitely chuck spears at him. Run away.
Let us just try to get closer for now.
Okay.
So you're able to gain ground on them. They're about 800 feet from you at this point.
We're getting closer.
Well, how much would an anchor weigh? Like, what I'm thinking is like,
I think they weigh like
conjure dead weight on them.
yeah, like something to like maybe attach to the boat and like pull it, like
Yeah, like that's actually a really good idea. Like make it
Drag.
drag over to one side.
an anchor weigh like probably 50 pounds. I mean, they're meant to be pretty heavy. There might actually be an anchor item.
Capacity.
The other thing is your conjuration would conjure the item either in your hand or an unoccupied space.
Right. She needs to come pick it up.
how much can Hestia carry?
Could
10 pounds,
could you
100
summon it
yards.
into her talons and then have her just ride it down and then let go before impact?
Right, exactly. Or just like, kind of trying to drop it on them like artillery.
Just kill a man with a falling anchor.
I was thinking spears. She could carry.
She could do a rain of spears. That's
Right.
horrifying.
Right.
So the moral of the story is don't
Is-
fuck with my shit.
If it misses, it could either hit the painting or put a hole in the boat, or miss, or maybe kill one if it reaches terminal velocity and hits them in the head or something unsuspectingly.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna die regardless now.
We do want to be careful not to like sink the boat with the art on it.
Right, yeah. I think we just need to hustle. 800 yards is not close enough to do anything.
Yeah, let's keep
Okay.
moving.
So if you're gonna keep chasing after them,
another Constitution, I guess.
yep, one more con save.
Jesus, I'll take another one.
Okay.
Hang on.
Do I know how to do anything but like roll like 12?
Use a luck point.
And Fiffle, please.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Yep.
Yeah.
How's that? Ooh.
Okay, so everyone but Lucian also takes another point, or takes a point of exhaustion.
Oh, hi guys.
but
Welcome
Lucian-
to the exhausted party.
Lucian has the he's got the zoomies. He's like in his
He's
element.
got that feline agility. He's like, I'm not letting them steal this shit.
How does exhaustion
mean-
and fatigue work? Is it?
I mean, you know why? Because the theft might have happened while him and Chungus.
Fatigue will start to, or it's called exhaustion. I'm sorry. So as you take, okay. So first off, you have disadvantage on ability checks with the first level. The second level, your speed is halved. So, Otto, you're actually not able, like, you're moving like 15 feet around as you're just like, I'll catch up, guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'll catch up. It's all fun and games until
You're doing sprints in heavy armor.
it's all fun and games until you have no tank and the guy's gonna firebolt your face.
I mean, hopefully I can hold them off until you guys catch.
I'm gonna assume I can't make an argument for the false life spell being used to give like artificial endurance.
Let me take a look. Bolstering, you gain 1 temporary hit points. No.
I don't know why it's a first level spell, to be honest with you. It's,
Look,
they really overvalue temp hit points in this system.
I could have +10 to fucking Constitution. I'd probably still roll 12.
Temp hit points had something that was really nice about them. Like they, I can't remember what it was though.
I think it's for Warlock. Even if you don't break the 10 temporary hit points, you take the full reflect back.
Yeah, there's something very good about temporary hit points. But it's like you got to use them in a specific way.
Yeah.
But you are gaining on the boat. It's traveling while you're traveling, but you are approximately, you would say, 300 feet from them.
Phil, what is your range?
My range.
Jesus, now you're going to sniping?
I mean,
my range of
not
movement.
bad roll.
Range of attack, I think.
It's like 180 or something, I thought.
The bow is pretty good range.
Wait, isn't there one that has like 300?
I have a short bow, not a long bow.
Most of my spells come online at 60 feet.
Short bow.
120 for sure.
80/320. What's the two things?
80/320.
320 is, I think, your maximum range.
Yeah, you would basically be shooting it with a disadvantage after 80 feet.
Got it. So let's call it 80 feet. Ooh, vicious short
Halfling
bow.
shot,
here,
though,
at
he'll get 2 nat 20s and he'll just like take out 2 people.
Yeah, if I could get within 60 feet, I could cast a spell to fuck up some shit.
I mean, either we can take a wild shot now, give away our position, and then they speed up, or we can try to get closer.
I would say we should probably try to get closer while we still have dark.
Okay, let's do it.
Especially because, like, if they actually start consciously trying to go at full speed, we're
Yeah, I
already
know.
flagging. We're not going to be able
I
to
just
get
wanted
them.
to know if it was an option. All right, let's keep an eye on their behavior and keep chasing.
Have Hestia make another perception roll, please. Through Hestia's eyes, you see that the people on board have clocked the light on Graham's hat and are starting to, like, instead of just letting the current drift along, they are now starting to paddle.
Sons of bitches.
How close have we gotten?
You are 300 feet away.
Damn.
Yeah, we did pretty well. 500 feet per roll, basically.
Yeah, you basically went at like, you're almost going at a flat run for a quarter mile. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
2/4 mile in a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
but auto sucks and slowed you all down.
It's fine. Shitty dice rolls are going to happen.
Quarter mile?
I'm rolling average. And
Quarter mile's about,
Not
like,
even, like-
1,300 feet.
Yeah, I can do that in like a minute.
I mean, it's only been a few minutes.
If you relay that they've clocked me,
Yeah.
I can shutter the lantern so they don't.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to do. Shutter your lantern. They seem to have caught on to us.
Okay.
Just let them think that it was just a random campsite.
Okay.
Shutting the lantern, through Hestia's eyes, you can see they have stopped paddling and are now, like, turned towards each other, and you don't really hear what they're saying, but it looks like they're conversing, but they aren't paddling.
Well, let's
Okay.
let's take advantage of that while we can and
Yeah.
run them the fuck down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you going to continue going at a flat sprint, or do you want to approach slower so you don't have to make another con save?
What was
That
the
makes
second level
sense. We're doing this pretty
sensitivity
quick.
I mean,
We've made
I'm
big
So
ground.
with
gonna lag
exhaustion,
behind, so it doesn't matter.
so currently everyone with level 1 is disadvantaged on ability checks. Everyone with level 2, your speed is halved.
Okay.
As you
I
get
mean,
the
I would say we try one last sprint, because I mean, either we're gonna get the extra distance needed to get into the boat or stop them, or we're not.
If we're
Okay.
doing about 500 feet per sprint here, if we take it down a notch, we're 300 away. So half would put us within like 50 feet, and then we don't have to do a check for it.
Yeah, do you want to just, if you basically go with the flat sprint because you're going a shorter distance, the con saves DC is going to be lower.
Okay. What do you guys think? As long as we can get within short spell range, we can conjure enough stuff to really fuck them up, so they won't be able to get away.
Yeah, we need to pull them to us somehow. Get those paintings away from the water.
I have an idea what I could do for that.
What if we dress Chungus up? Wait, no, he's not with us.
He's not with us.
What if we dressed someone up in a disguise and they flag the boat down? I don't know.
We'd have to get ahead of them for that, which would mean another sprint. I don't think we have time for that. I think it's a, hey, give us back our shit situation.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get the jump on them because they could just paddle into the middle of the fucking river, you know?
Yeah, well, as long as we can get within short range, I have a number of spells I can drop on them that they're not going to be able to sail while they're dealing with it.
All right.
Okay. So let's maybe not
try and close that gap,
but keep the approach going.
I would say if we try one more sprint or we do the half sprint for the lower DC, that'll give us what we need, and it's kind of now or never anyway, unless they really think they lost us.
Yeah, no, I agree. Talking about it, they're about to book it. Let's do a fucking sprint. Fuck it. Somebody can catch up to them, right?
Yeah, we'll do the half sprint at the lower DC, I think.
Okay. Everyone who is sprinting, please go ahead and roll con save. Okay. 11 is the DC.
Good.
Nice.
I mean, I can't sprint. I don't think.
You could, but you're only going to go half the distance you normally would be able to. So Otto's going to be kind of dragging behind a couple hundred
What's
feet.
at 3?
At 3, it is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
I'll just go at my normal.
You don't have a lot of range either, though, do you, Otto?
I have 15 right now. Because apparently 12 average is not good. I'll catch up.
For this range spell.
You could take some time to kind of rewind yourself.
I don't think it
Maybe we send them to
works
go
that
get the
way.
wardens.
Something like.
I don't know. I'll just go with
Like
whatever.
wardens?
What?
The trail wardens? No.
Yeah, that's a good thought. If you see any or we know where they are, we could tell them, hey, there's guys escaping with stolen artworks by boat.
Go looking in the woods for him right now, and that's not gonna work. All right, let's just keep at it.
Yeah.
Come along.
All right. So, 3 of you, Otto staying a little bit behind so we can like kind of get his catch his breath. You managed to close to about you close to about 80 feet of the boat, just within, like, you definitely go so that Fiffle's aware that he can like shoot his arrow into it without too much trouble. So,
What do you want me to shoot?
well, you're just within arrow range of the boat. But
I'm
they
ready to
do
shoot their asses.
Yeah. You do, like, at least one person in the boat does see you now. And they are beginning to paddle.
Shoot their asses. Let's
Do
go.
we have enough time to like take a combat action to, because then I would be able to move up close enough to drop a spell on them.
Can I attempt to shoot a paddler?
Yep. You could go ahead and roll to shoot a paddler.
Limb him.
Would you guys like me to do that?
Yeah, I'm way back. I'm behind, but yeah.
It'll slow them down if you're able to like snipe one. Like
It'll also cause panic.
50% of their energy right there.
This wouldn't count as a surprise, would it? You said they see us?
One of them has
One
clocked
less.
you, yeah.
Maybe you shoot the other one.
I mean, can I use assassinate on one of these guys?
Yeah, that would work.
It is an arrow in the dark. Like, you might know somebody has a gun to your head out in the forest, but it doesn't help you if you don't know when the bullet's coming.
Yeah, so... Yeah. And so this is going to be a regular attack, though. I think.
Yep.
I wouldn't have advantage on this, but I can still, if I hit him, I'll get...
Yeah, this would just be a regular attack. But if you hit, it's a crit.
Yes. All right. Here goes nothing.
Nice.
Yep. The arrow strikes, and you're able to do damage. So you can go ahead and double that damage die.
Oh, wait, notifications. There we go. Okay, so
Just like a
there's
random
one.
boat of people we're just like assassinating.
All right.
17 damage to the oarsman.
Fiffle, you think you see the arrow fly and strike. You do hear like the oar just ploop into the water.
Nice.
And then the people on the boat just hold on, stop shooting.
Unhand what you have taken from us, you fiends. What do you mean, stop shooting? You thieves, come back here.
Make a a persuasion check.
Perhaps you'll convince them to
Quit their shit.
In row.
Yeah, they the two ones who are still conscious look to each other. And then one of them goes to tend their friend who got struck with the arrow. The other one paddles closer to shore before they beach the boat.
All right. Good. We will go to intercept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you approach the boat, you see somebody you had also seen earlier today, the man who attempted to pickpocket your employer.
Son of a beach.
As well as a dwarven man who is attempting to help this would be a half-orc who is trying to, like, struggling to breathe with an arrow in his chest.
I'll move over to them and I'll cast a Cure Light Wounds to help the guy out.
Okay, go ahead and roll to...
Let's get some talking first.
All right.
No, you can talk while I'm doing the nice thing.
He's
Because
got
if
one
they
HP,
surprise
he's
me, I'm
fine.
going to melt their faces off. So I'll just
Steal our
spend
shit, you little motherfuckers.
Okay, he's still pretty hurt, but you pull the arrow out and at least heal him enough that he's not dying.
Your friend will make it as long as we don't have any further surprises.
The person who attempted to pickpocket your employer earlier today sees Fiffle. Have I really gotten your mark again?
Well, sort of seems like you've been following us.
Sort of, yes. But he just shrugs.
Anyway, the artwork isn't for stealing. We'll take that back now.
Technically, you're stealing it back from us.
I suppose if you want to get technical about it. And if you want to keep getting technical about it, we could take the rest of your shit too.
He does a small hand sign that you would recognize as thieves can't parlay.
Yeah, we can negotiate.
All right. Look,
Negotiate with your lives.
a rich count wants some paintings. Who cares? He gets 10. Who cares he lost 5? He's rich. I could take these paintings, sell them through some fences, and then distribute the funds to the poor people of Drindir.
I'll insight that to see if that's actually what he's up to.
Yep, go ahead.
Sounds like a load of Dingo's goodness.
Honestly, he's pretty convincing. You think maybe... you're sure he's going to take a cut, but...
Except we get hit with the penalty for losing 5 paintings.
You're not wrong. That is a problem.
Tell you what, give
And
us
also-
100 gold per painting, and you can...
And
There's something we
I'm
can
sorry,
keep
but we also have a reputation now.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that's-
reputation.
That is the big thing. Like, we want reputation for doing good, solid work. Eventually, it's gonna
Caught these
catch up.
sons
Like,
of bitches.
don't you guys like rob half the people who hire you? Like, no.
Oh, look, 100 gold per
Not so
painting.
blatantly.
If we had that money, we would just give that to people instead of going to this whole song
Is
and
Otto
dance.
there now?
Well, listen, you're clearly a
Ian,
person of
yeah.
some talents.
Is Otto like there now?
After a bit, Otto manages to like wheeze his way over.
Hey guys.
No, I just want to know if I was there. Okay.
Yep, just hacking and coughing. He makes his way through.
You know, the next time you guys need to be saved in the middle of combat, I will not lay on hands you. And then I can go Psycho Wizard.
All right,
So.
listen. You clearly have some pretty good talents to your name to be able to get past magic defenses. You don't see a lot of that.
He takes off his hat and just kind of flourishes it, bows. Why, thank you. Dispel magic.
Handy.
Quite.
You interested in putting some of those skills to work, making money in a much less get a crossbow bolt in you from the dark on the side of a riverbank?
Generally speaking, but I have my group, and I see you have yours, I suppose. You're not with the Iron Masters, are you, by any chance?
Nah, independent.
Of course. Well, I must say, it's unfortunate. So I can't convince you at all that keep the paintings? I mean, of course you have a reputation to maintain, but you've been able to save 10 of them. And thinking about it, like 2/3 ain't half bad.
Don't think so.
But will we find a
Perspective.
greater quantity of gold than we'll be making for the
I
job?
think long term, getting off 15 is more
We do have a
beneficial
rep,
for our cause.
Yes.
we do have a rep to
Take the
uphold.
paintings ourselves, one or the other.
So I like where your head's at.
And I can't perchance even warm your hearts to the suffering of the poor of Drindir.
I'm gonna insight that again if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would give him advantage on that.
Yeah, okay. Roll. You can roll one more time with advantage.
There
Yeah.
we go.
No, this guy is a true believer in his cause.
Why don't we? Maybe we can make some. He should give us the stuff back, and we will, commit to working with them in the future. Like we will get them a job or cut them in on something down the line.
We can. The way I see it,
About
we're
that.
doing a pretty good job stimulating the shit out of local economies. All we have to do is start
Exactly.
exploring north to the nearest town to us, and we can start helping out there. And Graham's kind of surprised this guy is as on the level as he seems, but I'm not opposed. Don't get me wrong.
It is a flawed perspective. Stable economy will get more money trickle down economics to the poor people, not thievery in the night.
I didn't take Lucian as someone who took economy in like wizard school.
I didn't take Lucy to somebody who took trickle down economics as his like go-to.
Well, he is a grifter.
Something. Raven.
Grifter, exactly. I
It's
will
funny.
say that needs to be said.
Listen, here's where we're at. We're rebuilding a company from scratch, basically from scratch after it wore down to the nub. And what are you, 12?
No, not even the nub, just like the metaphor. It was good.
Now, I see you're a man of your word, and you're not just feeding us a line to pocket the money yourself.
Well,
Not completely.
I have expenses.
Oh, we all.
I think we
Yes,
could be
so do
more
we.
help to you and ourselves in a more legal capacity. Maybe you take the loss on this one, but you remember where you can find us, and we can do a little bit of proper investigating into the people of Drindir.
Yes.
Where can I find you? Along a riverbed?
Well, as it happens, kind of undoes his flame. I'm a little hard to miss. We actually work out of Oxfall. We were making our way back after a teleportation mishap.
I
And
see.
figured we would get paid for our time instead of having to hire a coach all the way back on our own dime, which is how we've run afoul of each other, you see.
Well, I suppose we can find you in Voxfall. We certainly have our representatives there.
Well, the name's Graham. We're with the Crossed Blades.
Ah, yes. I have heard of you.
We're very
Quite a,
famous.
I've read actually, he thinks about it. I have heard of you. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're the ones who killed the Lightning Knight, yes, or the Storm Lord. One of those two. Oh, and you defeated. Oh, you defeated the Mad Mage. That's right. And he actually starts to like kind of fanboy over you a little bit.
Cool.
There you go. If your interests really align with the people's, so do ours. But
We are
we'll
famous.
operate under the proper procedures for now, and if needed otherwise, we will always keep options open. But for today, we will be taking these paintings, I think.
Well, I suppose we can't exactly stop you, so he hands over the like. He basically has like a small chest he had to like place the paintings in. He lifts it up and just hands it over. So, do you truly think you'll be working with us, or is this simply a comforting lie? I also have a reputation to maintain.
Well, if it's up to me, it'll stay on the legal up and up, but I believe you when you say you're only looking for the people, and not everybody's like that. So, if there's something we can help with, by all means,
Graham, make a persuasion check.
I will attempt a persuasion check. Damn it.
Well, you seem the acceptable sort. Honorable enough. But I can't really put my faith in you as I am not speaking just on my behalf, but on behalf of my whole organization. So, if you'll. I think we'll be parting ways here.
Fair enough.
All right.
But-
Don't let war hit you on the way home.
Among other things, he takes the arrow that Graham had pulled out of his friend and tosses it to Fiffle, the one with the bow.
Mm.
Good shot.
Now, if you need to find us, we're the least robbable mansion in the rich part of town at the moment.
Oh, Tim.
Well,
I mean,
least
there's nothing
robbable
wrong.
because the place is a complete dump, remember?
Yeah.
And guarded by people who just beat your ass.
You're not
Oh,
wrong.
man.
A wry smile like appears on his face as you say the least robbable.
Don't get any ideas. There's nothing in there.
Seriously, don't tempt it with that dispel magic shit.
Just curious is all. I mean, you couldn't harm a man for simply checking.
I
Absolutely not,
mean,
especially not if that
I'm gonna
person's
look at
looking to,
I'm gonna look at the guy that Graham just healed. I was like,
What are the
Yeah, you can.
defender laws in Backspall?
There you go. Blam, blam, blam.
They do tend to not quite like breaking and entering, although
We got business hours, and could be the welfare of the people is a business topic. You don't gotta trust us. I wouldn't either, given our kind of looks down at the arrow. First impression.
impression.
But
You mean this is a second impression? You stopped him from pickpocketing him.
you're not wrong. We'll be around.
Graham, make one more persuasion check.
I mean,
Try. Wow. Is there any way I can get a reroll?
You just need people to like jump in when talking.
I try, but I just give up.
Figures I didn't take persuasion because I was like, I'm the prosecutor of the dead. I don't need to be able to convince people.
Well, I don't know. It's like we're always open to helping them fix their problem. They just need to find us whenever they feel that they need the help.
Tell you what, if not me as an individual, I happen to be, I think, the sole representative of Eidos in this neck of the woods, and I'm working on fixing that.
Never heard of him.
Yeah,
Not a surprise.
that's something else I'm working on. Ask around in town about that, and you might find your way back to us if circumstances arise.
Is he a master thief?
She's the goddess of rest, among other things.
Well, I am always up for a good nap.
Well, eventually everyone is. Thus the need. Everyone gets a little tired sometimes.
We are open to all opportunities, at least the parlay, as you like to say. And, this was a good encounter. I would say we have become friends here. No need to part ways angrily, and we could talk again one day.
Ah. Well, I don't quite make my way down to Vaxfall, but have you considered opening up other offices in other cities?
It's a thought.
Yeah, it's a thought.
You
Like,
wanna
We may
try to-
franchise.
once we get back up and running more efficiently in Boxball, we will look to expand the operating areas
Do you
significantly.
submit a resume for your city?
Oh, Drindir? Well, I run the gambit between Drindir and Talva. I run smuggling, do a little bit of gambling along the side, pickpocketing, only of the fat cats, of course. Always make it a goal never to steal from those who can't afford to be stolen from.
That's an admirable goal.
That is us currently, unfortunately.
For now.
Well,
For now.
you have your paintings, and I will be on my way. But I think you, to an extent, have a nowhere to find me.
Reckon so. You have
What
yourself
was your
a nice
name?
Trip back. Hope nobody else takes a shot at you.
How can we find you if we need to?
You may refer to me as Fletcher.
Graham tips his hat to Fletcher.
Good night, Fletcher.
Gentlemen thieves are fun.
At which point he just kind of pushes off, and while the dwarf tends to the half orc, he just kind of paddles further into like the actual river middle and down the river. But you have yourselves basically a small metal chest with the 5 paintings inside of it.
All
We take
right,
inventory
let's check
of the
them real
5
quick,
paintings. Yeah.
just to make sure we're
Check
not
them
getting
real quick.
double bamboozled.
Yeah.
Looking through it, they do appear to be the 5 that had been stolen previously.
All right. Well,
Let's take it.
interesting day. Let's head on home.
All right, you're gonna head back to the campsite.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading to the campsite, you find Chungus and Kaido covered in cuts and scratches, and there are about 5 dead wolves around the camp.
Yeah.
Chungus,
Okay.
Graham.
Howdy, Chungus. You run into some trouble?
The puppies were mean.
Aw. Let me get a look at them and I'll patch them up if they need it.
They
Where's,
would just be down a few hit points each.
All right. Where's Leo?
He would be like up in a tree.
You all right, buddy?
It's like he said, the puppies were mean.
Well, reckon we can take care of that now. We got your paintings back.
Oh, well, good. I mean, I don't have to worry about them being stolen. That's that one's on you. But it's good you got them back for your own sake.
I'm inclined to agree.
He just kind of slowly climbs his way down. Not much of a fighter, but so
Can I harvest anything from the wolves?
yeah, go ahead and make a survival check. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a couple. You get 2 pelts from the wolves. So you have 2 like good wolf pelts on you now. The Leo just so. Are we heading back to bed or are we moving? What is
time is it now?
Yeah, you'd probably be about 1 a.m.
I would reckon we just go ahead and go and sleep in when we get there. But that's
Alright.
just me.
Yeah.
It's not far.
Well, we still got about
To get there, no?
got a good 6 days of travel.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's pace ourselves.
Probably sleep then.
No
be unlikely to be attacked three times in one night, no?
That's the hope. Soon, the gang gets attacked 3 times in one night.
With that thought, Leo is just like, you know what? Let's actually get on the road. Let's camp next time by a road warden outpost.
It's always sunny in Viderheim.
Why didn't we do this before, Leo?
Well, I had to get
please, God, no.
I had to get some sleep, but nothing really wakes you up like getting robbed and then attacked by wolves.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little woke up.
It's a better pick me up than coffee. So he jumps in the seat. Come on, everyone.
Well, let's go.
And 1 a.m., but I think we'll call it and we will pick this up next week.
Yes.
Awesome.